Hello everyone and welcome back to another exciting video based on LibreOffice. I am Pranjal Mahajan and in today's video I am going to show you how you can perform SOP number 2 of LibreOffice using mobile phone. As you can see, I have shared image of question given by the board book. SOP number 2, create a table employee with field names, employee ID, employee name, employee department, employee qualification, employee join date, employee salary, etc. Insert minimum 8 records. Create queries to display records from employee table. First, where employee qualification is MBA, where employee department is accounts, where employee salary is greater than 70,000, where employee name is Mr. Suhas Kale. In this SOP, we have to create a table which consists of employee information and we have to create 4 queries based on that table. So let's get started. As you can see, I have shared my mobile screen with you all. To perform this practical, I am going to use online website which gives us the access of LibreOffice in mobile phone. It is similar interface as we use while we operate LibreOffice in computer or laptop. For that, just open Chrome and paste the link from the description. After the website gets open, it will show you 2 options like launch online or add to home screen. Just select the launch online option or you can even add to home screen. After this, it will show you 2 options like sign in or login. If you are using this website for the first time, you can just select sign in, or if you have already logged in, you can select the login option. After you are done with that, you can see 2 options like upgrade now or launch with limited capabilities. Just select the limited capabilities option at the bottom. Now the website is getting open. It takes a little bit time depending on your internet speed. Now you can see it is shown that LibreOffice base is starting up. Wait till it gets start. Now you can see this window will pop up. This is the same interface which you will see while operating LibreOffice in laptop or PC. Just select create a new database if not selected defaultly and just click on the next button and then click on finish button. Now name your file. Just click on that file name and select the black box and the keyboard will appear and name it. After you finish naming it, select the folder that is local sync, double tap on it and click on save button. Now just select the maybe later option. If this window pop-ups, you can see at the left side there are objects like tables, query, forms and reports which we can use while performing any practical in LibreBase. First step to do in this practical is to create tables. For that, it firstly defaultly opens with table object only. There are 2 options to create a table. One is create with design view or second is wizard. When specifically field names are given by the board book, Do not create a table in Wizard because it has already created field names. We have to just select from those fields, but as Boardbook has already defined which field names we should give to the table, for that just select the design view. In the task section, there is the option of design view. The first option is always of design view and the second one is Wizard. Just click on the first sentence below the task, that is create table. Now you can see this interface will appear. There is field names, field type and description. Start writing the field names given by the Boardbook. First one is employee ID. Do not write in capital words, write in small words the field name, and do not leave space in between the letters of field name. After writing the field name, select the field type as number or numeric because ID will consist of number. And write the description. You can write description in any way, like one letter capital and all other in small words. Second is employee name. Field type will be text only. Then write the description. Third is employee department. The field type will be text only. Write the description. Fourth is employee qualification. The field type will be text only. Then write the description. Fifth is employee join date. Then select the field type as date because this field information will consist of date. And then write the description. Then the last is employee salary. Select the field type as numeric because it will also consist of a numeric form. And then write the description. Now I have finished creating all the field names and writing their descriptions. Before saving the table, we have to give any field as a primary key. It is necessary to give one field name as the primary key. Every table should consist one primary key. It is the unique information which every record has. For that, to give primary key, you have to just long press at the left side of any field name. In my table, I am selecting the employee ID as to give it a primary key because it will have a unique ID. Each employee will have a unique number as the ID. Just long press at the left side. And then you can see three options as delete, insert and primary key. Select the primary key option and you can see a key appearing at the left side of that field which you have selected as the primary key option. and then just click on the save button and name your table. Say yes, and then name your table. I'm naming it as employee table. You can name any other name to this table. After saving the table, just click on the window and select close window. And here you can see the table. If you want to re-enter any, now just double click on the table name and you can see here all the fields are appearing which we have created, like employee ID, name, department, on all. One important thing before writing the records in this table, do not leave the employee ID column blank. And one more thing, that while writing the employee name, department, qualification, salary, you have to take a note that whichever query they have told us to create, for that just put that at least one, like they have told one employee name as Mr. Suhas Kale, so put one employee name as Mr. Suhas Kale, then one department as accounts, qualification as MBA. So I'm writing first all the employee IDs. After finishing writing all the employee IDs, start writing the name. First I'm writing Mr. Suhas Kale. While writing the name, just take care and remember what in which case you have written the employee name, because while creating the query we need the name in the same format, otherwise it will not give us the correct output. Second, I am taking the second record and I am writing the employee department as account. I am writing randomly just to take. You can also take department accounts 2 times or 3 times, and then I'm writing the employee qualification as MBA. You can repeat this department, qualification and salary twice, thrice. I'm just writing because we need at least one department as account and one qualification as MBA. Currently I am leaving the join date column blank. I'll write all the dates later on. First I am finishing the department, qualification, name and salary. Write 2-3 employees salary greater than 70 and all other employees salary less than 70,000. And after you finish at least writing one which is necessary, you can write random departments, qualification and salary. Now I have finished writing all the records which are needed in the fields except join date. I have left this because I wanted to tell you something. While writing the employee join date or any other date, when you give field type as date, in mobile write the, if you are taking 1-digit date, write 0 before that, otherwise it will take defaultly or default date, that is 99 something. And even that is same applied to month. If you are taking 1-digit month like 1 to 9, take 0 before that, and defaultly it takes only the last 2 digits of year, so you can directly write last 2 digits of date. And if you are performing this practical in laptop, you can also write the name of month. Defaultly this website doesn't accept the name of month. Just leave space after the date and after the month name you wrote. Start writing the dates. Now I've finished writing all the dates. After this, just click on that save button, and after saving the table, just click on the window and say close window and say yes to save the changes. Now you can see your table. If you want to edit, you can just select the table and click on that edit and select edit the table, and you can edit it. Second thing which we need in this practical is to create queries. For that, just select queries from the database column. There are also two options to create query. First is wizard and design view. I'm going to show you how you can create the queries using design view. Click on the first option from the taskbar. You can see like this option appears. Select the table and the name, the table which you have created, and click on add, and then close this box. First query is based on employee qualifications. For that, I'm also selecting field name along with the field employee qualification to be displayed in the query. For that, just click on that field, and from the drop down list select employee name, and again click on the second column of field and select employee qualification from the drop down list. Now in the criteria write MBA because we wanted to create a query based on MBA qualification, and click on the run database option at the top. As you can see, I have done a marking over there. Click on that. Before that, just click on the save button and save the query for safer side, and then click on OK. Just click on the run query option, and you can see there are 3 employees having MBA as the qualification. It can vary as many as time you take MBA as the qualification in the table. It can have that much employees in this list. I've taken 3 employees, that's why it is appearing 3 employees here. Now the second query which we need is based on department, so I'm leaving the name as it is, and I'm just clicking on the employee qualification and select the employee department from the drop down list, and in the criteria remove that MBA and write accounts over there as we wanted, and write in the same form as you have written in the table. After that, again click on save button and remove the earlier name, and writing here as department query. Just all our queries will be saved differently, that's why I'm just naming it differently. And then just click on the run query. You can see there are 2 employees having accounts as the department. Third query is based on salary. For that, I'm just clicking on the department field and select employee salary from the drop down list. And in criteria section, remove that accounts and take the greater than sign and write 70,000 and save the query, name it. I'm naming it as salary, and click on OK and then run the query. You can see there are 4 employees having salary greater than 70,000. The last query which we need is based on name. So you can just remove this salary one, just like taking employee table and removing the criteria from there. As it is not getting cancelled, you can just go back, say no to save changes, and again click on create query and select add the table, close this, and in the field select the employee name and write the criteria as Mr. Suhas Kale. Write in the same way which you have written in the table and then save the query. I'm naming it as name and then click on OK and run the query. There would be have some problem in the. You can also copy paste from the table name and then just paste it here so it will not show any error. As it is not showing, I'm just going back, close the and then go to table and copy the Mr. Suhas Kale name from there. You can see after selecting, option appears at the top at the side of the scissor that is cut, and at the side there is copy. Copy the text from there, close the table and again go to queries and click on the name query and say edit and then in the criteria section paste that. Now run the query. Now you can see there are 2 names appearing. It is because while I was copying the name, it was by mistakenly also was copied and pasted in the second record of the table. Just close this and again go to table and I'm just changing one letter from the second record, that is Suhas. So I'm just changing one letter from it so it will be different from the first record, and save it and go back. Again go to query and open the name query by double clicking on it. You can see there is only one name appearing. It takes some time to get opened fully. Now you can see it is open fully and only one name is there. We have done all our queries and we have done with the whole practical. Hope you have understood how to perform this practical with the help of mobile phone. If you have any queries related to this practical or any other practical, comment down below in the comment section. If you like my video, please like, comment and subscribe to my channel. In the next video, I'll be uploading the SOP number 3 of LibreOffice using mobile phone. To know when I'll be uploading that, just subscribe to my channel and press on the bell icon to get a reminder when I post the third SOP using mobile phone. Thank you for watching.